An underdog is a team, or it can be a person. They are not the favorites. They are not expected to succeed. They often face a bigger, stronger opponent. Yet people love to cheer for underdogs. Their struggle gives us hope. Their spirit shows us courage. They prove that dreams can come true. This spirit was alive in 1980. The year was 1980. The Winter Olympics were in Lake Placid, New York. It was a small town. It was hosting the world. The Cold War was a big concern. Tensions were high between nations. America needed something to cheer about. People wanted a reason to feel good. The nation was looking for a spark of unexpected joy. Team USA's ice hockey team was young, very young. They were college kids. They were amateurs. They played for the love of the game, not for big money. They were not famous stars. They faced teams with much more experience, teams with professional players. Few believed they had a real chance. They were seen as just happy to be there. Their coach was Herb Brooks. He was a tough man. He had a bold vision. He wanted to build a new kind of team, a team that played with speed and heart. He pushed his players very hard. He made them work like never before. He knew the challenge was huge, but he believed in his young men. He saw potential where others saw none. The Soviet Union's hockey team was legendary. They were called the Red Machine. They were the best in the world. They had won 4 Olympic gold medals in a row. Their players were like professionals. They trained together all year long. They were skilled, disciplined, and powerful. Everyone expected them to win again easily. Their dominance was known everywhere. The Soviets were more than just good, they were intimidating. They had beaten NHL all-star teams. They seemed almost unbeatable. For the young American team, this was like David facing Goliath. The odds were stacked incredibly high against them. No one gave the USA much of a chance. The world watched, expecting another Soviet victory. The pressure on the Soviets was to maintain their reign. In the early rounds of the Olympics, Team USA surprised many. They played with incredible energy. They won games they were not supposed to win. They tied a strong Swedish team. Then they beat a favored Czechoslovakian team. Each victory built their confidence. The players started to believe in themselves. They started to believe in Coach Brooks' plan. The nation started to notice. As Team USA advanced, a buzz began to grow. People started talking about this young team. Could they do the impossible? The medal round approached. The Soviet team was waiting. The Americans knew they were facing giants. But a tiny flicker of hope had been lit. The country held its breath. The stage was set for a historic game. The day was February 22, 1980. The arena in Lake Placid was packed. The air was electric with excitement. American flags waved everywhere. Millions more watched on television across the nation. They hoped for something special. They hoped for a miracle. The young Americans faced the mighty Soviets. The puck dropped. The game began. It was a moment frozen in time. The Soviets, as expected, showed their skill early. They scored the first goal. But Team USA did not give up. They fought back hard. Buzz Schneider scored for the USA. The Soviets scored again. Then, Mark Johnson scored for the USA, with just 1 second left in the first period. The score was tied 2-2. The crowd went wild with joy. The impossible seemed a little less impossible now. The second period was intense. Every pass, every shot mattered. The Soviets scored again, taking a 3-2 lead. The tension in the arena was thick. You could feel it in the air. The American players kept skating hard. They kept believing. Goalie Jim Craig made amazing saves. He kept his team in the game. The period ended. The Soviets were still ahead, but the Americans were still fighting. The third period began. The fate of the game hung in the balance. Then, Mark Johnson scored again for Team USA. The game was tied 3-3. The crowd erupted. The noise was deafening. A few minutes later, it happened. Mike Eruzione, the team captain, got the puck. He shot. He scored. Team USA was ahead 4-3. Disbelief and pure joy filled the arena. 10 minutes remained. Those final 10 minutes felt like an eternity. The Soviets attacked with everything they had. They desperately tried to tie the game, but the young Americans held strong. Jim Craig was like a wall in goal. He stopped shot after shot. The crowd chanted, USA, USA. The clock ticked down. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. The buzzer sounded. Al Michaels, the announcer, famously shouted, "Do you believe in miracles?" Yes! Team USA had done it. They had beaten the unbeatable Soviet team. Players streamed onto the ice. They hugged, they cried, they piled on top of each other. The arena was pure chaos, pure joy. Across America, people celebrated wildly. Strangers hugged in the streets. It was an explosion of national pride. This victory was more than just a hockey game. It came at a difficult time for America. The country faced economic problems. There was the Iran hostage crisis. This win gave the nation a huge lift. It made people feel proud to be American. It showed that with hard work and belief, anything was possible. It was a symbol of hope, a symbol of the underdog triumphing. The miracle on ice became an iconic moment. It is one of the greatest upsets in sports history. Team USA still had to play Finland for the gold medal. They won that game too. But the victory over the Soviet Union was the true miracle. It continues to inspire people today. It reminds us that dreams can come true, especially when no one else believes. It was a victory for the ages.